I cannot believe this just happened to me. And I give her my other phone number. Who called me? 407. I don't know anybody with that number. Um, Damn, that shit was scary. Life, I'm telling you. When they hand you motherfucking lemons, you better make some motherfucking lemon drops. I'm just saying. Lord Jesus. I'm glad I was there. I'm so happy. Like, man, listen. I'm so happy. I have a brain and I'm happy. I'm happy I am who I am. I'm happy. I know how to talk to people. I'm happy. I'm happy for her. All right, I gotta, I'm sorry, Ethan. I gotta get him something really quick. I gotta use that card. Yeah, I'm gonna use this card. I gotta keep those. I cannot believe that just happened to me. That is so crazy. Well, everything happens for a reason. You know what? I think I like this part. I like how you could put mad money in this part. I really like this part. I'm about to go get the black one. I have to. I'm glad I could help. I need to put my insurance cards in these ones. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the card that they put my taxes on. Like I said, do you have one of these? Do you have one of these? Do you got a Capital One Platinum? I know you don't. Your credit ain't good enough. Sorry, I'll be nice. Nah, that's not even funny. I'll be nice. The craziest thing just happened to me. The craziest. And I'm actually leave this live up because I gotta go. I'm not. Well, it's not crazy. Things happen, I guess, in life, you know. But I don't bring my son outside when it's dark at all, and it's dark as hell. It's like 4 something. What time is it? Well, it just turned 5:30. I brought Ethan out around 3:50, almost 4 o'clock. You know, let me close my window. These badass fucking baby kids ain't got no home training, and their mamas don't teach them shit. Clearly, that's why I had to feed their ratchet ass. But anyways, so I brought Ethan out. Mind you, I was bringing Ethan to this park that I was on live actually at this park before, and I never go down this specific one street. Like I never go down the street at all. Like there's a street I don't have to go down there. I literally did a complete, like, when I say a circle, it was like basically like a horseshoe for no reason, just to take a little extra walk to give this kid some time to, what's the word? Let out some steam and some energy. So I'm walking down this street with Ethan really quick so he can let out some energy. And I hear a female crying, like mad loud and hard. And I'm like, what is that? Like, and I look over and I see this young Spanish girl, and her fucking face is beet red, and she's just bawling her eyes out. Like, you would have thought somebody just died. Like, the way I didn't know what to think. I'm like, this take advantage of her? Like, what the hell? Did somebody just beat her up? What the fuck happened? Like, I'm like, I can't just walk past her. I just can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. Ethan, let's go. So I grabbed Ethan's hand and I walk over to her. And at first I got a little close and I said, "Are you okay?" And then I got a little closer and I was like, "Are you okay? Do you need it? Do you need something? Are you fine?" And she just starts crying even more. Her face is beet red. Her hands are red. It's cold outside. She has her slippers on. Um, and she's just like, she's like, "No." I was like, "What's wrong? Like, can I help you with something? Like, do you need to charge your phone? Like, I live 2 streets away. Are you okay? Like, are you hungry? Like, are you good?" Like, you can tell she's not a drug addict or anything. So I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "No, I just don't want to live." Oh my goodness. It took everything in me to keep it together. And I just instantly, I said, "Ethan, sit down." So I sat down next to her and I just started rubbing her back and I just started talking to her. And I was like, I'm just gradually talking to her and I'm like, "I'm sorry that you feel that way." Um, what is exact, like, what's wrong? Like, did somebody do something to you? Like, are you okay? Like, do I need to go get the gun? You good? Like, literally. And she's like, Me and my mom, we just don't get along." She's like, "I don't feel loved and this and this." And she's just going down the list. And I'm just like, and I just grabbed her and she just grabbed me and just started crying. So I'm hugging her and I'm telling her, she's like, "I just don't want to live. I'm tired of this." And she's so beautiful. She is a beautiful young lady. She has to be no older than like 22, 23. I don't know, maybe it's just my maternal instincts. Maybe it's just because I have little sisters. I don't know. So I just grabbed her. I just hugged her and I just started talking to her. And I'm like, things will look up for you. Things may seem like they're hard right now. Your mom may, I said, "Trust me, I used to go through it with my mom all the time. That's why I left my house at 14. Trust me, and got my first place at 19." I said, "I completely get it." I said, "But as parents, sometimes they want to teach us tough love and, sometimes they're mean to us. I get it. She's like, "But I just don't feel loved. I don't want to live and this and this." And she's just bawling her fucking eyes out. She's like, I work, I'm in therapy, they put me on medication, I'm doing everything I have to do." I said, "Trust me, I'm there too. I get it. Um, so we're just gradually talking, and I told her, I said, "Look, I know you don't know me." I said, "But it's too cold to be outside." I said, "I got 3 beds in my house." I said, "I have a house full of food. It's nice and warm." I said, "If you need to charge your phone, if you're hungry, you need to shower, I said, "Whatever you need, here, just take my phone number." I said, "I'm going to bring him to the park to let out some energy. And if you need me on the way back, I'll meet you right here. I live 2 streets away, whatever the situation is." I said, "But please don't do something that you're going to regret." I said, "Because you still have family that loves you. You still have loved ones." And, I'm just gradually just talking to her. And I could tell she felt a lot better. I said, "And if nobody told you today," I said, "if you don't think anybody loves you," I said, "I love you. She's like, "Oh, I love you too." And so we exchanged numbers. And, I'm just sitting there in the cold talking to her for a good, maybe 15 minutes. And it just broke my heart. It just broke my heart to see somebody so young and beautiful I'm like, trust me that I'm an adult and I still get there sometimes. Like, if this is life, I just don't want it. I said, I think we all get that way one time or another. Rather it be old age, young age. I said, we have all felt that way one time or another. I said, it's normal. I said, but at least you're taking the right steps. You got on medication, you're in therapy, you work. I said, you're doing better than some adults. Shoot, at least you're not out here strung on drugs. At least you still have a home. And, I'm trying to, remind her of all the goods that she has going for herself. So she wipes her eyes and she hugs me one more time. And I told her, like, "Okay, I'm gonna take Ethan. I live right there. If you need me, take my number." So we exchanged numbers. And I told her I will definitely check on her tomorrow. But I told her, I said, "If you need me, I live right there. You can sleep in my house." I said, "I have food, whatever you need, I got you." Like, and she was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. My mom's kicking me out and I'm just tired of it. Sometimes I don't know where I'm gonna go and this and this, and then I have to get up and go to work." And she's just, just talking to me, and it broke my heart as a mom, as a older sister, it broke my goddamn heart. I don't know what made me go down that street, but I never ever I never go down that street, especially to take my child to that park. I never go down that street. So I feel like God put me in that on that street for a reason. God definitely put me there for a reason because that girl was sitting there ready to take herself out. And ooh, I'm trying not to cry. And I'm just telling her, you have a lot to live for. You're very beautiful. I said, always remember, nothing lasts forever, especially pain. I said, you feel like this now, but tomorrow or the next day, I promise you'll feel a lot better. So, like I said, we exchanged numbers. She hugged me and she's like, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cry like that with your son. I said, girl, it is A-okay. You didn't see me cry so many times. But it's just so weird how I never go down that street and I just happen to just go down there. And at this time when it's dark, oh, I never bring my child out. So I feel like God put me there for a reason because she was not in a good mood at all. And to just see somebody so young and vibrant and beautiful, just, family will put you through it. And because they're your family, they'll be the first ones to do you dirty. Trust me, I get it. That's why I don't fuck with my family. I'm good. Um, I'm good. I'm good. So, but I told her like, I love you. She's like, I love you too. Thank you so much. And I was like, but we exchanged numbers, and I told her if you need me, I'm here. And she said she got in contact with her cousin finally, so her cousin is gonna let her spend the night there. I said, okay, cool. I said, I'm glad you're inside. You're warm. You're good. I said, I'm gonna call you tomorrow and check up on you and make sure you're okay. I couldn't walk past somebody and just watch her bawl her eyes out like that. Like it's not right. It's just not right. So something said nah. See what's wrong with her, and I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I did. And so many people just walked past her and gave no fucks. That's the sad part. Like people are just fucked up. Like what a fucked up world we live in today. You see somebody outside being fucking suicidal and everybody just gives no fucks. Like this is the world we live in. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm glad I was there to talk her out of doing something that she would have regretted. I'm glad God put me there because shit. I told her you still have family. That shit just broke my heart. But when we split, she wiped her eyes. She was like, thank you so much. I could tell she felt a lot better after our talk. So I'm glad I helped in some type of way. I'm like, I know you don't know me from a hole in the wall, but if nobody told you I love you, okay? Like, you're fine. She's like, I love you too. I said, I'm going to check on you tomorrow. And then when you feel better, we'll do lunch on me. Just let me know. Like, that shit, it broke my heart. As a parent, as a human being. And everybody just walked right by her and I just can't. People are just so fucked up. So fucked up. But I'm glad God put me on that goddamn street when he did, because I never bring my child outside like that at all. At all. But I feel good that I felt like a therapist for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. But I kept it together and I'm so proud of myself. I didn't cry in front of her. And I prayed for her 3 times while Ethan was playing for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I prayed for her when I got back home, and she texted me and she's okay for now. So good. I told her, if you need me, I am here. Anytime you feel that way, even if you want to pick up the phone and curse, vent, cry, swear, punch the air, call me. Call me. I said, just please don't do something that you're going to regret, because you still have a lot of family that loves you. But, ooh, that shit just broke my heart. And it's crazy. I don't know what made me go down that street. I never go that way, like ever go. Even when I'm going to school, I don't go that way. So it's like if I was to go to school, I would have kept going to the left instead of taking that sharp left. But I took a sharp left instead of just going straight. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know. God put me definitely on. That's her speaking of the devil. God put me there for a reason, and I'm just glad I could help her. Because she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Okay, so we all get into it with our family, and sometimes we, because we do fight and argue, especially with our moms, they will make us feel like we were not loved. I get it. I get it. I get it 100%, but I'm glad I was there to help her because that shit just broke me the fuck down. Ooh wee. That shit broke me down. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm out of here. I'm about to go where the money is. Gotta go. If you see somebody and they are outside bawling their eyes out, instead of being a dickhead, pulling your phone out, recording them, ask them if they're okay, ask them if they need help. Because you never know. Your kind words can really stop somebody from harming themselves or doing something fucking crazy or stupid or something that they will regret. Be kind. That's my message for the day. Be kind, okay? Don't be such a dickhead. Don't be such a prick. Don't act your shoe size, and definitely lend a helping hand if you can. Like I said, your kind words, or a smile, a hug, it could you never know how far it can go with somebody, especially when their mental health is, you know. Like I said, and I'm tapped. I know what it's like. But I'm surprised I kept it together and didn't cry the whole time I was there in front of her. But I just got back. This shit just happened. That shit broke my heart. But I don't know. I'm glad she's okay. I fed Ethan. He's about to shower, and then I'm gonna shower. I'll come back in a little bit. I might put another video on public. So part 1 and 2 is up. But I must go on my other app and make some more money real quick. And yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. So be kind. Don't be a cunt. And I'll see you guys later. I cannot believe that just happened to me. But I'm glad I could help her. I don't believe in coincidences. And God definitely put me there for a reason. Because I'd never go on that street ever. So be kind. Be kind. Even if you don't know somebody. And like I said, me telling her I love her, that cheered her up. She wiped her eyes. I said I love you. I gave her a hug, and she got up a lot better and walked away than from when I walked up to her. So I couldn't just walk by her like that. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know if somebody did something to her. I didn't know what the fuck to think, but I'm glad I was there to help her. It's especially in these fucking streets of Boston, bitch. The wrong person get a hold of her, it's a wrap. Oh my god, especially her being so vulnerable like that. That's my biggest fear. I got kids, so I wouldn't, and little sisters. I wouldn't. I would want somebody to stop and help them. So yes, I'm a bitch. I'm not the biggest bitch in Massachusetts, but I also have the biggest heart. I really do. But like I said, be kind. You never know how far a hug could go, or the words "I love you," or just simply talking to somebody. I'll see you guys later.